Hey, what's up, Colts Nation? Today's video's theme is how the Colts can beat the Bills. Now, just as a quick disclaimer before we get into the video, I understand that I may make this sound like we're going to win by 14 or something. I don't think that's going to happen. Personally, 14-point game either way would really shock me. I think this is going to be a hard-fought game. I think Buffalo's high-powered passing game will keep them in the game, and then us playing smartly, running the ball, will limit their opportunities and hopefully keep it close, and we make the big play to win the game. That's what I'm hoping for. We're going to get into some statistics here, and then I'm going to point out some major weaknesses in this Buffalo team. So, first statistics I got for you is Buffalo's defense. Buffalo's defense is 17th in rushing yards, 27th in rushing touchdowns. Second I got for you is Buffalo's offense. They're 20th in rushing yards and 15th in rushing touchdowns. And so, why does their offense's running game struggle whenever they have one of the most prolific passing attacks in the league? Well, that's mostly because their offensive line isn't physical. And so that's going to be a big problem for them. They're about to play one of the most physical defensive lines in the league. What can they do? What are they going to do? Because they're not going to win at point of contact. Josh Allen is going to get pressured. This isn't the best offensive line we played this season by far. DeForest Buckner's probably going to do his thing this game. Nico Autry's going to do his thing. Tyquan Lewis when he goes in. Moko Toure. All these guys will have, I'm not saying I'm predicting they're going to have good games, but they're going to make an impact. There's going to be an impact made. Josh Allen's going to be pressured, unlike a lot of games he's played this season, because he hasn't played the best of defensive lines. So that's going to be a big issue for their offense, but for their defense, that's where the biggest problem comes in for them. Because their defensive line is one of the, I don't want to call it the softest, but they're one of the most unphysical defensive lines in the league. Ed Oliver, to me, is a bust so far. He just kind of gets bullied by a lot of people that aren't even that good. I watched 4 games on film of the Bills. I liked Ed Oliver coming out of college, but it hasn't translated. It really hasn't translated. That pass rush and stuff we saw in college is not in the NFL for him so far. So maybe next year he can be better, but this year he just has not been that guy. And the rest of their defensive line, as they stack up to this Colts offensive line, they really don't compare. They don't have an edge player that even touches Braden Smith. They don't have an interior lineman that even touches Lewinsky, Nelson, or Kelly. They got a lot of problems up front. And whenever they're going to play us this Saturday, I feel like a lot of their problems are going to come to light. I feel like Frank Reich knows where to go. I think he knows where the mismatches are, and I think he's going to take advantage of them. But now that that's out of the way, now that you understand that we're going to beat them up front, that's a given. That's going to happen. It's just, can our playmakers make plays on defense to stop them from scoring? That's the biggest thing. If we can get a couple takeaways, we probably win this game. But now we're going to get into the film, and I'm going to show you how the Cardinals were having success. And so here's a few statistics from this Cardinals game as well, just to give you a little, just to show you what I was talking about statistically, kind of ties into this game as well. The Cardinals rushed for 217 yards. So Buffalo, again, struggling to stop a good rushing team. The Cardinals also held them to under 75 yards. So Cardinals aren't even a good run-stuffing defense. But against Buffalo, they could. Another thing to keep in mind, though, Cardinals had 0 sacks. But the biggest thing I took away from this game, it was how the Cards were taking advantage of the Buffalo's defensive line. They were just spreading this team out. First formation you can see here, they got 3 receivers out here, 1 tight end, running back, quarterback. They were spreading this defense out. They were making this defense play at a disadvantage, really, because these 3 guys right here were dominating the whole game. And as you're going to see whenever I play this clip, it's going to be domination. You're going to release him, bring a guy across, and this whole interior right here, no one changes the line of scrimmage. They leave their safety in a one-on-one, and Edmonds wins it and gets a big gain. That's a problem. You can't leave Jonathan Taylor in one-on-ones. You can't allow us to spread your defense out and find these rushing lanes that are going to give us easy one-on-ones, because Jonathan Taylor, as he's been playing recently, is going to tear your team apart. The next play I got for you here is another quick hitting run play right up the middle. And the reason they're attacking the middle so much is, again, that I pointed out, these guys right here are not very physical. They're not guys that are getting off and changing the line of scrimmage. They're not, especially 61. 61 kind of can change the line of scrimmage, but he's not very aware of what's going on around him. He doesn't have a high awareness, so he's just a guy that gets off hard. Against Gulwinski and Kelly, I don't know how good that's going to do him, especially if he has to go over and play against Quentin. Obviously, he's not winning point of contact there. Neither is he on them other two guys, in my opinion, as well. So they're attacking this interior. They did it all game. They love these quick hitters up the middle. And right here, again, we're going to see solo block, double team. And he's going to work the linebacker. And Ed Oliver's just not aware of where this ball is. Ed Oliver just has his head down. He's not strong enough to extend his guy, look around for that ball. That's not Ed Oliver. He's not that strong yet. He has to get in the weight room this offseason if he wants to be that guy. Right there, that's where we can take advantage. We can leave Quentin in a one-on-one versus Ed Oliver, and let Kelly or somebody work to up to here. Like we're not worried about Ed Oliver. And one-on-one wise, any of these defensive linemen versus any of our linemen, I think would be very comfortable. I think running that inside zone quickly, hitting that up the middle, we will have no problem doing it. So next play I got for you here is yet again them spreading this defense out. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of 6 in the box. Yeah, I guess 6 in the box. They're just going to hit this right up the middle yet again. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Now, keep in mind they can run read option here, but we could run it a different deviation. We could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if we wanted to, and just hit it up the middle. Like, we have the personnel to do that against their front seven. Again, their front seven isn't very good. We can leave a lot of one-on-one matchups. I'd be very confident on one-on-one with a lot of players in their front seven. Right here, they're going to take advantage. Them being spread out, they're going to hit this right up the middle, and they got tons of movement. There's, he's just really running around. He's just weaving. He's not even having to make someone miss. He's just walking around for 7 or 8 yards until he gets hit and falls forward for 3 or 4. So next play I got for you here is only a 5-yard gain, but the way it kind of turned out blocking scheme wise, it looked like it was going to go for a lot more. And I'll play it in slow-mo here, so just so you can see what I saw. This is a power run scheme. Off the rip, they have a lot of back blocks here. They release 55, let him off the line. Then they let this guy come back and just push him out. So that's a good play. And then, as you can see, there's a huge running lane. Like, this defensive line gets no penetration. No one's making a play. Like, they just look lethargic. They don't look like they want. I'm not saying they don't look like they want to be there, but they're not fighting blocks. They're not getting in. They're not disrupting. This defensive line's just getting bullied, and you can see this lane that opens up. It is huge. They got really lucky. 24 and 23 stepped up in there to make this tackle, because that front seven got absolutely bullied on this play. Next play I got for you guys here is a big surprise, another quick hitter up the middle. If you want to keep an eye on one block here, watch Humphreys and his left guard double team this guy right here. Watch this, boom. Moves him right out of the way. Just tons of room. Again, you spread this team out, you're going to get opportunities for big holes, especially if your offensive line is going to be aggressive, because you can create holes on this front four. You can create holes once they're spread out. You're going to be able to move them. So it's just going to be a matter of finding the right formation, putting our guys in the right place to win, because we have the personnel to bully them for sure. So this is the last play I got for you guys, and this is yet again another one that's hypothetically supposed to hit up the middle, but this time he's going to bounce it to the outside, and you're going to see why. Watch these two guys and these two guys double team. Watch what happens. look how much movement's over here. He's gone. He's gone. All kinds of room. All he has to do is make one guy miss and he gets extra yards down the sideline. That is just excellent blocking. That's what this Cardinals team was doing all game. They were just bullying this defensive line of the Bills. The Bills are really missing Kyle Williams right now. You know, he retired last year. Last year they had Kyle Williams. This defensive line was a little bit different. I'll say that. This defensive line was just a little bit different. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I know I kind of kept this one kind of short and simple, really, just because it's really an easy formula to me. I feel like we're definitely way more physical on both sides of the ball up front. We really need to take advantage of that. We need to run this ball. We need to keep the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. We need to, you know, just limit the time they can have the football. That's the biggest thing. Just do not give Josh Allen the football. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. If you like the content, drop a like, drop a subscribe. Until next time, guys, peace.